You didn't participate.
Okay, Graham Morris, please. Thank you.
Thanks, Chair. You may recall, Mr Hebblewhite, previously, this is a joint committee with the of Transport and BEIS. There was an invitation from Transport to come to our committee. We were looking at COVID support during the pandemic, and there was a change in the chief exec at the time, and that wasn't possible. But that was arising out of the COVID support the company received, and I think the freight grant as well. It was around about £15 million. But it was also because a number of redundancies had been announced, affecting a number of ports where P&O Ferries were involved. What was different that you were prepared to respect UK law and consult with the recognised trade unions on that occasion, and yet weren't prepared to do it on this occasion?
So it's quite a lot that was different, but it's a good question. So during the COVID pandemic, during the height of it, we anticipated it would come to an end in the early part of 2021, and we anticipated that we would be able to restructure the business with limited redundancies, and that was a reasonable conversation, and we absolutely consulted with that. The COVID pandemic has gone on much longer, and we now need to fundamentally address the viability of this business. Otherwise it closes and an additional 2,200 people lose their jobs. And so in this situation we will need to change our operating model, and on that basis, and I know the reaction I got last time, but it is true that we assessed that given the fundamental nature of change, that no union could accept it. And therefore we chose not to consult, because a consultation process would have been a sham, and we didn't want to put anybody through that, and we are compensating people in full and upfront for that decision.
Do you have a name for this new operating model, the new operating model that you're applying with the reduced crewing and so on?
It's called multiple things. People call it agency crew. I talk about running our crewing through a crewing management company.
I've heard it rather crudely referred to as the skeleton crew model.
I think it's really dangerous that I let that lie. These are very, very experienced, fully certified, professional international seafarers.
Pay them decent wages then.
I know time. Yeah,
on 50 an hour.
I know time's really short.
I'm going to have to move on. I'm so sorry. I'll call you in the end.